Hi Taurus, and welcome to your mid-month reading. I appreciate you for joining me today. If you have not done so already, please... Coco, my cat, sorry. Stop. Sorry about that. If you have not done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. I appreciate all your support and thank you for coming out again today. Okay, before we begin, I just want to mention once again that I'm waiting for audio equipment to show up to my house, so it is going to sound like there's a spaceship going off in a little while. So please, if you can, just bear with me. I'm getting my setup all updated. It's been a long haul. So Amazon's been a little slow. I have no idea why. I don't know what their problem is. I'm just kidding. This quarantine has got us all crazy. All right, Taurus, so what do we have for you today? Let's see. This is your mid-month reading. All right, Taurus. I know you were like the last ones I ended with, so now you get like a double whammy right here. Let's see what's going on for Taurus. Okay, we have the Page of Swords, so we're talking about maybe a new perspective on something. This is a lighter energy. I really love the Page of Swords as the apprentice of the deck, so maybe you're thinking about starting a new project or just maybe just starting some new project or work, or you're up there on your hill, you're looking over your shoulder, so a new lighter perspective, maybe that you haven't noticed before in a relationship or a job. You're learning. This is the learner, so let's see where this goes. Page of Swords, nice light air energy. Ooh, excuse me. Light energy. I like that she's up there on that hill because it shows that there's a little bit of clarity. Maybe you're getting away from everything. You're stepping away. You're not really engaging so much right now. You're just kind of looking. You're looking over your shoulder. What are you looking at, Taurus? Looking maybe to move away from something. These people are looking in different directions. So the Six of Swords talks about getting in your boat and moving to calmer water after having learned these lessons. Maybe you could not communicate yourself clearly enough. Maybe somebody was just a little immature in not communicating clearly and earnestly to you, and that's maybe it was a realization to you that maybe it's time to move on. Okay, or maybe so many things, but this is a card that is a little moody. It tells us that we don't really want to move on. It was had to really think about it for a while. Maybe this Okay, sorry, I had to stop my dog. She was going crazy. So anyway, moving on. So yes, you're moving forward with something that was easy, maybe a difficult decision. And maybe it had to do with some kind of like immature communication that wasn't going anywhere. Okay, so let's continue. Shh. The Two of Wands. When I see the Two of Wands, I see that there's a new avenue opening up for you. Okay, and look how the boat is literally going right into the Two of Wands. So there's, an opportunity opening up ahead of you very shortly. So you might think this is kind of, you're going into the depths of nowhere. You're not really sure where this is leading you because it's hard to leave a situation. Sometimes it doesn't take one or two, but it takes 6 lessons to learn a lesson. But I think as you look the other way, maybe that was the last lesson you had to learn and before you got in the boat. Okay, so for the Two of Wands, sure, this talks about partnership, decision making. It's also a card of visualization. So as you can see, this man holds a globe right here. That tells me that you have the world in your hands now, and you start visualizing what it is you want to create as your reality in your own life. Okay, so it looks like you're moving into calmer waters, into new opportunities. Beautiful, Taurus. Maybe this new opportunity can be new love. This is a wealth and abundance of love and compassion and beauty. This is divinely handed to us. It swoops in, the hand of the universe swoops in and gives us what it is our higher vibration has been channeling us to do when something no longer serves us and we move away. So now that I see this Ace of Cups lands under the Page of Swords, now I see what this Page of Cups means, or could mean, and that's that you're looking for your love. You're looking on top of the hill for something better, bigger, something, a wealth of, even if it's just, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word now, but this is, in 2 words, this is big love. Maybe I'll name this video that. You got some big love coming in. All right, that's all we need to know. Big love. Big love, baby. All right. And 4 of Cups. Because this lands in the center of your reading, I tend to take it a little bit more significantly. So what this means to me is that maybe you've been a little bored in your life. You've not been content with what you've been given. And what you've been given is what you've accepted into your life at this point. The relationships, the job, your values, what you're seeking and going for. Your path has turned down a different avenue. And I think it's time that you reached out for that cup and grabbed it, because it's right there, and it's a big old cup of love for you. Okay, so this is great. I'm very happy for you. Okay, Taurus. Wow, Ace of Swords. So you go from the Page of Swords to the Ace of Swords. So your insight and your knowledge has grown since this card. This might have been just a thought. Hey, you know what? The person I'm with right now, the job I'm with right now, it's okay, but I need something more. And then boom, your truth moves in. This is self-knowledge. You have clearly seen some kind of truth here. And you're moving forward with this new path of enlightenment. You are surrounded by these new kinds of energies. So wake up to the new reality that you're in. Don't sit there with your eyes closed and your arms folded for these new adventures, as long as they're good for you. But we need to be aware and awake in our own lives to allow ourselves to go down these new places of reality. The reality is taking a turn for the better. It looks here. It looks like something's really moving in a healthy direction. Queen of Pentacles. This is you, Taurus. Welcome to yourself. You are the Queen of Pentacles. I love this woman because she's very grounded and practical, and she's also a mother. She's a hard worker. She's independent, but she's also a mother, a lover. She's got a wealth of abundance surrounding her. This might be the energy you really need to harness at this point, because you have this Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and these are very powerful new beginnings. You don't want your head up in the clouds. You also don't want complete air. You don't want just all mental, up in the air energy. You want to be grounded and practical and see things for what it is. And I think when I see the Queen sitting there with her pentacle, it tells me she's focused, she's grounded, and she's being reasonable, rational. She sees exactly what it is she wants. And I think as you really visualize what it is that you're looking for in your life, that this visualization, this idea, will be in your lap. It's like your baby. So what is it? What is your baby that you're constructing? I know it sounds weird. You don't construct a baby, but you know what I mean. Okay, moving on. What else do we have for Taurus? Five of Pentacles. So Five of Pentacles talks about lack, not having, whether it's a lack mentality or actual physical money, not having the wealth or the funds that you need to, you feel would be sufficient enough for your liking. This also talks about keeping, what's the saying? Misery loves company. So if you feel like you are, easy, stop. If you were in a relationship that was kind of going round and round, nowhere healthy, you're both keeping each other down. It's time to move out of that and to turn your back to it and have new possibilities come in. Now we can't always blame the other person who is keeping us down in that misery, because we are joining with them. We're saying it's okay, and maybe we're giving them a little bit of our own misery. But it takes easy. You have to look up at the Pentacles and see that there's light, there's more for you. But I feel like I don't even need to tell you that, because this is you right here. Beautiful way to end your 9-card block. Before we clarify, this is new beginnings. To me, this is the wish fulfillment card. This card appears in the tarot deck immediately after the Tower, which is the collapse of all your structures, relationships, and you see like this upheaval. Easy. Oh my goodness, my dog, I'm sorry. So the Star card, this nudity represents to me new beginning, expansion. My dog's playing with a bone, I'm sorry. Starting over, this is a clean slate. So you're giving this gift. You have the Ace of Cups, you have the Star, and you have the Ace of Swords. This is all beautiful new beginnings for you. So you want to harness this energy and take it. Okay, so let's go in and just start clarifying, okay? You have the Page of Swords, please. What do we have for the Page of Swords? 9 of Swords. So this energy is very anxious, makes us stay up late. It's kind of like the nightmare card, keeps us up late in bed. We can't stop thinking, dwelling, fearing for the future. The fact that it lands on the Page of Swords, I think that when you start turning your head or your thoughts in different... Hold on. As you start discovering new possibilities, new ways of thinking, that sometimes the 9 of Swords comes in and has to scare the crap out of you, because you're thinking something new, you're looking in a new direction. So immediately our thoughts, fears, and anxieties take place over this newfound freedom and tell us like, no, you can't do it, you're going to stay here. It's natural, it's human, it's your mind's way of protecting you. But it's also, you just need to be aware of it, because without these thoughts, you can move on, you can get what you want. This is what holds you back, okay? So that anxiety is no good, no bueno. What is the 6 of Swords about? 6 of Swords. You have the Star card again, so you're starting over. The Star card is all about your wish fulfillment. So these are beautiful cards. Look what you're walking into. You're walking into the Star and new possibilities and opportunities. I love the nudity in the Star card, because it's such a representation of this clean slate of cleansing. If this has to do with your health, I mean, these cards say that it's possibly you're going down the road to new healthy ways, or you might feel healthier, because maybe this toxicity, whatever it was in your body or outside your body, whatever it is leaving. Maybe you're drinking more water, you're being healthier, you're not, stuck with anything that makes it toxic, drugs, alcohol. But you're moving on to something better. You have a clean slate here, and the bird right here represents creation. So you're creating a new reality for yourself. Two of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Earth energy again, so you have the Two of Pentacles right here with the Two of Wands. So there's a lot of balancing, reconfiguring what you're aligned with, either work-wise or passion-wise. Okay, so as you move in this new direction, and by the way, you could be moving in a new direction with an Aquarius. I usually don't call out the signs because, I don't know, sometimes I feel like it's whoever you're thinking of. But maybe you're moving away from an Aquarius. Maybe you're moving away from an air sign into something a little bit more passionate and balanced for you. Okay, so there's a lot of weighing of options, and that's why it's so important for you to start visualizing. Visualizing partnerships, who you want to be with, what person you want to be with, what job you want to go down, where you want to move. Let's see what this Ace of Cups is all about, please. Wheel of Fortune. Right, so you might be on an upswing here. The Wheel of Fortune comes in and tells us that you're closing out a cycle of your life, a karmic cycle, something that you've had to learn. And maybe what you've had to learn is that there's something better out there. It's this new knowledge of seeking a higher alignment for yourself, or seeking a higher, something that's more of your vibration, your thought process. So the Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune tells me that you have new emotional energy coming in, love. It could be a new love. It could be a new career. This Ace of Cups could be anything because it comes in now because you moved away. You moved away from something. So the universe goes, okay, let's turn that wheel over, and you get handed the Ace of Cups. And when I say handed, I don't mean that like you didn't do anything for it. I meant that, yeah, all your energy, all your past experiences and decisions have led to this possibility. So the Wheel of Fortune talks about karmic lessons and the wheel turning over. And this point, because I don't really do reversals too much, but because it's being matched by the Ace of Cups, I read this as you are on the upswing. Let's read what this contentment or discontentment is all about as your middle card. Page of Rods, this talks about adventurous spirit, new beginnings, moving onward, upward, with a fun, adventurous spirit. This is, fire energy, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. And so now you have two pages here. You have the idea, and now the fire behind the idea. Okay, so that's why we were talking about earlier having to reach out for this cup, because you have all these blessings beside you. You need that fire within you to reach out, to tell you that it's okay to move forward now, because maybe there's been some disappointments in the past. Okay. The Page of Rods is also about a new quest. You're stepping into a new adventure, down a new path. Ace of Swords. I think it's time that we get honest with ourselves, Taurus, and look at our past and realize that it no longer serves us. I think you have this knowledge now, this insight to realize that you can't stay in your grief forever. You can't stay looking down at what didn't work, what should have, could have, would have. It's okay to be there for a little while because we're human and we need to grieve. But the Ace of Swords tells me that you have clarity now over the situation, that you're no longer going to pity yourself and say, why didn't this work out, or whatever it is. You have this new insight and this new drive to feel the two cups, that there's something better for you. Okay, and I think as you move through your thought process, because this is a process, eventually, yes, it's this aha moment, but I think the process grew from the Page of Swords to the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this aha moment is going to turn you around and show you what's been sitting there for you. Queen of Pentacles, this is you, Taurus. What do we have for the Queen of Pentacles? Five of Swords. So, Five of Swords is a card of conflict, of strife, somebody possibly being selfish, getting his or her own way, winning at all costs. The fact that it's coupled with Pentacles either tells me, whenever I do readings, I always ask people, like, how do you feel? Are you these people back here who have lost, who are grieving, and who are hurt? Or are you this person who got away with something, who maybe acted a little selfishly for their own gain? I am not a person to, prescribe that kind of behavior. But if it's something that you needed to do for yourself, that you needed to win at all costs because you needed to come out of this kind of situation, and now some people are a little hurt about it, well, that's on them. So I don't necessarily see the Five of Swords as a negative card, as you know, that all these cards range in energies and possibilities. It exists on a spectrum. So I kind of do see this as you getting out of the situation and doing what you have to do for yourself to be more grounded. Okay? Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. The Hermit. The Hermit seeks wisdom. Whether you actually sought out some kind of counseling through therapy, a parental figure, a friend, or whether this is your own internal wisdom that you've been seeking, you've gotten to a point where you have been successful in the knowledge of your reality and what is happening in your life. And what is happening in your life might have been the Five of Pentacles. So it's just this new, he's holding a light up to, it almost looks like the Five of Pentacles. So it's kind of, the Hermit shows you the places you've walked through, where you've been. He meditates, he is philosophical, he's like the old wise man of the tarot deck. And as he holds his life up, he's shedding light on all your past decisions and behaviors and the chapters that you've been through. And I think it culminates now to this point. He's now at a plateau where he's looking down because he's reached such a height of introspection and wisdom that he understands now where he comes from, which way he has to move. And now with the Star card. So, Taurus, this is, you've come out of something with new wisdom. You're now an old man. The Star card. Let's see, what do we have with the Star card? I'll raise this up a little. So this is starting from scratch, starting over, new possibilities, your wish fulfillment. What do we have for Taurus? Seven of Pentacles. So, Seven of Pentacles again. This is you, Earth energy. You are counting your blessings. You know that you have worked hard to get here. That there's so much more abundance for you. There's so much out there in your garden that you've been constructing throughout the years. And you're looking over these leaves and these pentacles. And what are you looking at? What do you see? What is that what has caught your attention? Because I think that is where you need to go and develop your new visualization process. This is a card of taking inventory, stock. I always think it's like sifting through all the, everything that you have now, whether it's material goods or relationships, you're going through it, what you've done back here. So I think you might even be looking back at the Hermit, at your own wisdom, at your own progress, because you've reached new heights and you're bringing in, things that you didn't even think were possible or are starting to emerge. But it is going to take serious visualization, okay? And the drive, the fire behind that visualization to get it off the ground. All right, Taurus, that's what I have for you for your mid-month. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. I do apologize for the audio equipment right now. Please, like I said, just bear with me. Thank you so much for joining.